introduce yourself to everyone so they'll know who you are.
How you doing today, everybody? I'm James Samuel, um, podcast host, actor, transplant survivor. Um, just your everyday Joe.
Now, why would you say you're an everyday jerk? Come on now.
That's how I look at it.
You're more than just an everyday jerk. Listen, you
mm-hmm.
have a story that the average young man, 28 years old, cannot tell, cannot share. I mean, you have something that is devastating. And I want you to start out telling them, just tell them, just like I encountered you on that video. And when I encountered you on that video, I had to put everything down and I had to sit and grasp and listen to what you were saying. And I just want you to explain to everybody, hey, what happened?
So this was May 5th of last year. I was, feeling tired and weak and not feeling myself. I usually play basketball and do a lot of things and active, but this was during the pandemic, so there was a lot of things going on where everything was closed. This is when the pandemic first happened. So I had to go to my doctor because usually my legs, I got strong legs because I work out and all that. But this time, my legs was extra swollen. So when I went to the doctor, she said, you should go to the hospital right now. So I'm like, for what reason? She said, you got a whole lot of fluid in your legs. So I'm like, okay. So I went to the hospital and I was there for, I think, like 6 hours. So they came back after running blood work and a lot of tests. So at that time, when they came back with my prescription, they say, you have congestive heart failure. Take these water pills and, to try to get the fluid off you. So I never had congestive heart failure before. I never, nobody in my family has it. And I'm just looking like, what's going on? Like, there's no way I got it. Like, these hospitals saying anything. That's what I'm thinking in my mind. I'm never going back to this hospital again. This is a community hospital. They just saying anything just to get me out here. But I did go to the Walgreens and get my prescription filled. So I'm taking the medicine. So I got sick again. And I couldn't breathe, couldn't walk like that. It was hard for me to walk. So while I'm like, I'm finna just go to the hospital again. But this time I go to a better hospital.
Where'd you go?
I went to Trinity.
Okay.
Trinity Hospital. So when I went to Trinity, they say, Mr. Samuel, did you know that your heart is 10% right now? So no, I didn't know that. So I'm thinking to myself, like, they say you walking around with your heart is at 10%. So through the grace of God, I could have had a heart attack at any moment at this time. So they put a life vest. They said, we got to see you home with a life vest. So for those people that don't know what a life vest is, it's a vest that you have to wear because you can have a heart attack at any time. And you wouldn't know. And it's blue stuff that will come out the life vest. After you wake up, you will know that you had a heart attack.
Okay.
So sent me home with that and some more congested heart failure medicine. So I'm thinking that things is going to get better. So I got sick, worse again, and I had to go back to Trinity. So Dr. Thompson, great black male doctor, preferred me to get a heart transplant. He said, "Your heart is so bad. I'm sorry, you gonna have to get a heart transplant." So I don't know anyone but the movie John Q that ever got a heart transplant.
Yeah.
So at this point, I'm just nervous and I don't know what to do. So they referred me to Christ Hospital. They said it's the best heart transplanting in Chicago. So I said, faith into God for me. You have to stay here for a long time before your heart comes. So I put my trust into God, and I said, okay, I'll stay as long as it takes. But they said, if you want to, you could get an LVAD, an official, machine that can no choice but to get the LVAD, the artificial heart.
Okay.
But they also told me that while getting the artificial heart, the complications are your right side of your heart could mess up just by the surgery and by what's going on. So I had to go to my Lord and Savior again and tell him, please, I don't want two machines in me. So I prayed. I got the surgery. Everything was okay. I didn't have to get the right side. 2 weeks later again, my right side of my heart got worse. So now I had to get the right artificial part on my right side. So at this point, I have a left side, a right side, devices in my chest. So that's when you see me on the video.
Okay.
So I had to, I prayed to God. He gave me like the thought of just go online and tell people your story and what's going on. So that's what I did. I say another 2 weeks later. All this in October is what's going on. My heart is getting worse. So I had to get something called a balloon pump, where they put like a cast on your leg, and you cannot move your leg for nothing. If you move your leg, the machine gonna go off, and the nurses have to come in and readjust it. So at this point, I got a left side device, right side device, and something's on my leg. Mm-hmm. Again, I say 3 weeks, 2 weeks gone. I have to get something called an ECMO to juice all the fluid off me.
Okay.
Big machine that's in front of me. So they got to twist the machine, make sure that I'm good and everything was going on. So I got all these devices on me. But I'm going to tell you how good God is. The heart transplant coming there.
Go ahead and talk. I'll be right back. Keep talking.
Man, you got all these devices. Your heart is not doing well. But the good thing about this right now, you get to move to 1A because you are sick as possible. So I went from 1B, the lowest 1B, to the top of the list as 1A. So now my heart, when the heart comes, I'm okay. But when you're having the best time of your life and God is blessing you, the devil always wants to step in. now they say, well, now you got to wait some more because you have type O blood type, not compatible to type A and B.
But I thought type O was a universal blood type.
No,
It's not? Oh, wow.
No, it's the type that only can do by themselves.
Okay.
So now I gotta go back to my Lord and Savior, pray some more that my heart comes. So at this time, it's the day after Thanksgiving. After Thanksgiving comes, they rush into my room and they say, today's the best day of your life. So they give me medicine, they give me all this. I wake up 3 days later and I got my heart. Everything's okay. Got my heart. I'm thanking God, all that. I'm feeling, the recovery is no joke, but I'm feeling good and good spirit because I got brand new 19-year-old heart. So everything's good, everything okay. But like I said, when you at your highest and God is, doing the best for you, it's always the devil is going to hate that. So I'm doing the recovery and I get a lot of mucus in my chest because I got asthma. So I have to go back to surgery and get the trait in my neck. And for people that don't know about the trait, it's something that you're supposed to have for the rest of your life. So I go to surgery and they had a little bit of complications going on. So I was in surgery and I was put down for 12 days. 12 days. No eating, no nothing, none of that for 12 days. I lost 110 pounds. 12 days. I missed Christmas. I missed a lot of things. New Year's. A whole lot of things. So I wake up and they say, oh, it's about time you woke up. And, they trying to get my spirits up and, get me back to where I was. But let me tell you about us. Just a little joking to throw in out. Tell you about us, our black people. We're crazy. So I was so hungry. But I'm not supposed to eat because I got nails in my neck. So the people, it was this one lady. I'll never forget her. She believed in me. I ain't gonna say her name because I don't want to be disclosed. But it was one lady. She believed in me. She said, you hungry? I said, I can't, at this time I can't talk. She said, you hungry? I shook my head, yes. She said, I got some Popeye's chicken. Do you think you can eat it? I shook my head, yes. Man, I have nails in my neck. I could have possibly killed myself. She could have lost her job. Anything. So, but God is so good. She gave me that chicken. The meat, everything went past the nails and went down to my stomach. The doctor coming down, the surgeon. Mm-hmm. He comes in there. He's mad. You ate some chicken? Like, you're not supposed to do that. But we saw that you eating through the tray. That's physically impossible. And because you did that, we gonna switch it to trait ties. So for people that don't know what trait ties is, it's basically they just unloosed it a little bit.
Okay. So
I'm in there. I'm just having a good time. Everything good because I can eat now.
Okay. So, okay.
Right. And I'm gonna tell you another story how black people are so crazy. So I'm not supposed to be talk. I can't talk because I still got the nails in my neck. So these two black nurses coming out. They say, they're talking about card games, spades.
Oh yeah, so, baby.
But so the girl said, I know how to play spades. The other girl said, I don't know how to play spades. It made me so crazy. I said, what? You don't know how to play spades as being black? I'm not supposed to be talking at this time.
Okay.
I ain't supposed to be talking. But it was so wild that I thought because she was black and she don't know how to play spades, I'm talking through the tree. So they look at me like, Mr. Sam, you're talking? What is going on? And I'm looking like, I'm talking? So the surgeon comes back in. He said, you're not supposed to be talking through the tree. How's you talking? So I'm looking like, I don't know. But so we like, okay, we might can take the trait out now.
Oh, wow.
Mind you, it's not supposed to be taken out. So we might can take the trait out. So they took the trait out my neck. And I've been talking strong ever since then.
Oh, wow. You are, listen, you are so blessed. But listen, you got to tell people how you got to having that bad heart. Because you weren't born with it.
Right, no.
Now, come on, tell us what kind of life you were living.
So, to be honest, people always feel like, as a young person, it's okay to do whatever you want to do. But it's not. It's really not. Because when you get 20 or if you got 20 years under your belt doing certain things, it's not. It don't matter who you are, what you're doing. It's going to mess up your body. So in my predicament, I was a real bad food eater. Real bad food eater. Restaurant food, every day, pops, all the sugar, every day. But because I'm thinking I'm young, I think I could just get away with it for 20 and 30 years. And that's not possible. So that's what really messed me up. As you can't eat McDonald's and eat, chicken wings and mayo sauce and everything like that for 25, 30 years. Your body goes on. You're messing up your tempo of your body. And that's the. And if you're doing drinking for 20 and 30 years, if you're doing smoking 20 and 30 years, your body is going to mess up. And the second thing is, as a black man, sometimes we don't go to the doctor and hospital. So you have to check out your body because you don't know what pressure you're putting on it. You don't know. You could have passed by somebody and they had something. It could have got to you. So at least every year, you have to get checked out as a human being. And
so you weren't one of those that got a physical every year until you got sick. When was the last time you went to the doctor? Oh, I think he's frozen. Hopefully he'll log out and sign back in because, there he is. Okay. When was the last time you went to the doctor before you got sick?
Because I got asthma.
Uh-huh.
I did probably 2 years before that.
2 years before that.
So I could have stopped it even earlier, but like I said, because we don't go to the doctor as we should. My heart rate was at 10% and I didn't know
it. You had to feel something though.
I did.
You should have. I was reading up on it. You should. Didn't you feel tired? Didn't you feel weak, out of breath? Because, I don't know what it's like, but I'm just, after we talked about it, I said, let me go and just look up and see some of the symptoms. Now, see, me being an older person, if I had felt something like that, I would have went straight to the doctor to see about myself, probably to the emergency room, knowing me.
Exactly. That's what this stereotype is. But like you just said, as an older person.
Yes.
A younger person I could just work it out, drink some water, or do something to, at the time being, to knock this off. But it's not like that. Your body tells you first, this is what's going on. But we don't think about that.
Well, you know what? I want to say this. I can't say as an older person, but I guess one thing that really made me conscious of my health is because I worked for CTA, and CTA used to give us a physical every year. And it was a mindset that they put me in because I was going to get this physical every year from them. But it was a mindset that put me in to make me concerned about my health just because I knew that they were going to give me a physical. And then I had insurance. Insurance was so important. And I know a lot of people don't go to the doctor because they don't have insurance. But even when I was like in my 30s, that insurance was one of the things that, I could just get, something could just go wrong. And I wanted to go check it out.
Yeah, definitely. But let me talk about this.
Come on with it.
Part in my perspective.
Okay.
So it is right. Sometimes when you don't have insurance, you can't get the benefits of some people. But it's some doctors and some nurses, if you're in a bad predicament, they will help you out. They will. And I'm a living proof of that. They will. You know what I'm saying? If you come in there with a mindset of, I'm trying to get better, it's definitely some good people out there that will definitely make sure that you will be okay. So for anybody that's scared of the insurance part or scared of the, I feel like you just put your mind and your faith into God, you'll be okay.
Okay, did you ever? And I said I wasn't going to ask you this, but I got to. When you got sick, and you went to the doctor, when you were feeling weak and stuff, did you ever think that you had COVID? I mean, because you were right in the middle of that.
Yeah. Only good part about it is they give you COVID tests I had so many COVID tests, I can't even count. So they put your mind at ease to that.
Okay.
Because you get I'm used to the swab in the nose right now. Because I got probably like 20, 30 of them.
Oh, wow.
Because that's now the procedure every time you know what I'm saying, either get go to the next level of rooms or anything. They got to make sure that you don't have it. Because if you got complications or anything like that, the COVID will make you even worse.
Yeah, I was thinking about that heart transplant and breathing and all of that. Now, how long did it take you to get your heart? I mean, especially I'm interested in this because I'm a person of color.
That's another thing. So people think that because, like you said, a person of color, you can't, you can't really get hearts and all that. And it's not really about that. It's about your personality. It's about how you view these people, how you talk to them, if you come in there and you got your faith into God and you treat them like they're your family, you have nothing to worry about. I got my heart 1 month after I went to the hospital.
Really? I don't know. I guess I call myself trying to follow you, and you seem like you were there for.
I was. But
you seem like you were there for about 5 or 6 months.
I was there I was. But it was because of complications, though.
Okay.
Not because of the, heart thing. Yeah.
Okay, now I want to ask you this. I don't know if people saw you. I thought I had a picture of it, but I think this picture is you. It's maybe this is you once you got your heart, and
No, that was before the heart.
this is before the heart.
I
Okay.
had to get all that to get in first place and to get my heart.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, but it was a curse and a blessing at the same time.
Okay. Now listen, there's a picture of you in the video, and you have like a wrap on your head, and you have your cap on.
Mm-hmm.
But I blew the picture up, and I could see some tubes back here, and these tubes look like they had blood in them.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what was that all about?
So that's part of the LVAD that I had, the device in my heart at that point.
Okay,
Yeah.
where were those tubes leading to, though?
To my heart.
Oh, okay.
And use the wrap to keep it up
Okay.
for the blood flow.
So those tubes were like helping to pump the blood in the heart. Okay.
For the artificial heart. Yeah. So I had like 4 or 5 procedures from my heart to get the, yeah.
Okay, what kind of physical therapy after the heart transplant?
Oh man, that was one of the hardest parts. So I had to learn how to walk again, learn how to use forks and knives again. Just had to reinvent my body all over again. So because I was, like at a young age, that it came back very, very fast. So I thank God for that as well. I'm not 100% yet, but I'm like at 90%. I don't need no walker or no wheelchair.
You don't need a walker?
No.
Okay. Are you driving now?
No, I have to wait. And we got to wait 2 months before driving. So.
Okay, I was just wondering. Some people are just hard headed.
Man, I've been through too much. I can't be hard headed no more.
Okay, so are you still in some type of therapy?
So the therapy that I have right now is mental therapy, and I got to do my workouts every single day.
Okay.
Because if you let your body sit, it's gonna put you back into, man, you got to start all over again. So I gotta move, gotta do all this.
Okay, what kind of diet? I shouldn't say diet. What type of healthy eating lifestyle have you adapted?
But when I first got out, I did dab and dash into a little something, because I've been in hospital for 6 months, so I had to get a little curving of my, chicken and all that. But the diet that I have is basically you have to get your protein and you have to eat your vegetables. You have to have more vegetables on your plate than you have anything else. So that's basically the diet that I'm going about right now. And dinner and breakfast is the most important parts of every day.
Okay, were you always a God-fearing man? It's a saying. No, it's not a saying. It's just a non-fact that when we have turmoil in our life, the first thing we do is call on Jesus.
Sure.
Well, we should have been calling on him all the time.
Exactly.
So, where is your faith in your life right now?
The faith in my life right now is the strongest it's ever been.
Okay.
Like, you cannot tell me there's no God.
Okay.
Nobody can tell me that. I'm not gonna lie to you. Before this trauma happened to my life, I was a God-fearing man, but it wasn't as strong as it is now. I will tell anybody about my Lord and Savior. Anybody, little kids up to the oldest person in the world. So That's how I am right now, and I got no choice but to be.
Okay, so do you think that you will become a motivational speaker for?
See, with that being said, I will be a motivational speaker in my own way.
Okay.
So I'm not gonna be the person that go tell you do this and do that.
Okay.
But I will tell you as my own words what you should and should not do. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I'm not gonna be the right like the person that's gonna on paper to tell you this. I'm gonna tell you, no, do not do this. Yes, do that. That's how I'm looking at life right now.
Mm-hmm.
So if you eating hot sauce, and I see you eating hot sauce, or this is just an example, and you know you're not supposed to be eating hot sauce, I'm gonna tell you like, hey bro, hey sis, come on now, you can't be eating hot sauce. But if you do eat the hot sauce, try not to eat it every week. You know what I'm saying? That's how I am. That's how I am. I'm gonna tell you, the way I look at it.
So what's in the future for James Samuels?
Future is my comedy show,
okay.
my podcast,
okay.
and basically telling the world that God is good and do not be scared of any health problems in your life. You will get through it. That's my outcome.
Yeah. Okay, you have a daughter?
Yes. Her name is Cara. She's 2 years old. Okay. She's out there right now. Mm-hmm. 2 years old, finna be 3 in May 3rd. Okay. A golden birthday. I pray to God as that as well. Like I can't miss my daughter's birthday. I cannot.
I heard you on those videotapes, and you often referred to your daughter.
Got to.
So you seem like you were living that experience just for her. I gotta make it out of here. I gotta be with my daughter. I mean, you were saying that faithfully. So I was just wondering, what type of father are you?
Man, at this point, I'm trying to be the best father I can be. The best. Whatever my daughter needs, I'm trying to, make sure I do it for her. Make sure I show her that don't have no fears. You can do whatever you put your mind to.
Okay, well, are you a graduate of Chicago State University?
No.
No? Okay.
That's what I call it.
Okay.
But I didn't graduate.
Okay. I saw you in a cap and gown, so I didn't know. I just saw that picture, so I was just wondering. Okay. All right. So is there anything else that we should know about James Samuels that you didn't cover or that you didn't tell us?
The main thing you should know about James Samuel is I will never give up on anything I do. You will see my face, whatever, it got to do with anything.
Okay.
You're going to see me. You're going to see me. Because I'm definitely going to make sure that, I'll make it through it all. Strong man.
Okay.
Definitely.
You all have heard James Samuels in his own words. 28, diagnosed with congestive heart failure, had a total heart transplant, and is here to tell you about it as we live, and we're still in a pandemic. I don't care what nobody say. Our numbers in Chicago are still, they're just as crazy as ever. Instead of going on the downside, they have turned and started back up. And here is a man who made it. What you say, I didn't get shot. I didn't have COVID.
Yeah.
But this was my own doings. And now you have to correct it. Listen, I want to thank you for taking time out and coming and telling your story. Listen, I truly appreciate this. And I can't wait to do some stand-up with you right here in the
Right.
Right here on Rhythm Flow Radio live stream.
I thank you so much.
And listen, I hope when we get ready to do this stand up, I hope we can get a couple more comedians on the screen and have a lot of fun.
Man, I hope so too.
Okay, and anytime you want to come back and share something with me or with us, you have my information. And hey, I'm just a phone call away.
I thank you so much.
I thank you. Listen, I want to thank everybody for tuning in to Rhythm Flow Radio live stream. And I am Katie Lowe. Like I say, you can catch me here every Tuesday at 5 p.m. That's Facebook Live, YouTube, and Spreaker. You can also catch me the first Monday of the month, with Brian McLemore Smith in the basement with McLemore. And every second and fourth Saturday with Lady Petite, that mojo lady, at 5 p.m. Hey, I want to thank you for tuning in. And like Zimmer would say, ooh, what's going on? So listen, I'm going to get out of here. And you all have a great evening.